Alright, hello everybody, and welcome to this career mode full flight in the Boeing 737. This is our flight. I'm not sure where this is. Bucharest to... oh, it's another Bucharest airport. Yeah, it's a short flight, but anyway. As you can see, cruising altitude is 6,000 feet. We're in a Boeing 737, and we're cruising to 6,000 feet, and that's what our flight looks like. Nice ILS approach. We got mountains in between. Hopefully 6,000 feet is enough. And it's a 72 nautical mile flight. Nice short hop in the Boeing 737. But let's go ahead and set our FMC here. So we want to fly to 7,000 feet. That's what the ATC cleared us to. Zero fuel weight. You just hit it once and hit it twice. Fuel reserves. I don't know if you could find this in the EFB. You probably can. 0. And cost index, just go right in the middle. Go 50. And we'll execute that. We'll go ahead to our N1 limit. Outside air temperature. Every time I try to set a negative temperature, it doesn't work. I don't know why. Yeah, invalid entry. So I'll just set 0 here. So there we go, 0, and we have our N1 reduced. Go back to my initiation here, cruise altitude wind. I never said anything there. Cool. Takeoff. So our takeoff flaps are going to be 5 degrees. We're going to have center of gravity. You just hit it twice like we did last time. Trim 3.5, so we're going to set our trim to 3.5 now. It's already set to 3, so you just have to set it up to, or actually no, it was set down to 0, so that's 3 and that's 3.5 right about there. Cool. 3.5 is set. We won't set our flaps yet. We are going to set our V speeds. We're rotating at 135 knots. Gonna set our takeoff brakes to rejected, and I think everything is set. I don't think we have anything else to set in our index. Takeoff, yeah, that's fine. Index, approach, that's gonna be later on. We'll do that afterwards. On our outdoor lights, turn all those on. You know, it's not that bright outside. Get our lights turning on. Engines should slowly be starting here. Alright. Pushback accepted. There we go. I have to take my parking brake off though, I forgot about that. There we go. So we are currently at apron 1 right up here. Yeah, engines already started, that's fine. So we're taking off from runway 26 left, so this is our runway up here. So they're probably going to tell us to taxi via Mike, Echo, and Charlie, and then it looks like Delta is going to be our last taxiway. Alright, pushback is complete. Gonna keep my feet on the brakes here, and we're gonna request taxi.
Romeo Alpha Oscar 8611 with Charlie ready to taxi IFR.
What that means, it's a little glitch. So I think we're gonna hold short of the runway here and request takeoff clearance. I might just take off from here, honestly. I think we have enough. We're pretty light, so we don't have to taxi all the way down to the end of the runway. We should have enough thrust to just take off directly from this part. Alright, so we're gonna go ahead and hold short and then request our takeoff clearance. I didn't even look at my SID here. We're taking off 26 left. Let me just take a look at the chart real quick. I should have been looking at that earlier. So yeah, it looks like right here. And sorry guys, I should have looked at this way earlier. What's our departure? Bouquet 1 Mike. Bouquet 1 Mike. Where's Bouquet 1 Mike? It's this one, yeah. So making a right turn at 270 to a heading of about 349 here. And is there a waypoint close? Yeah, there is. Okay. Cool. So I'm going to set my heading to make that right turn here. Vertical speed already, just so we can climb at a good rate. Everything is on, and let's get taken off here. And setting takeoff thrust. Rotating at about 135 knots here. Alright, 120, rotate now. Nice, positive rate, gear up. Push down a little too much there. Gears coming up. And we are climbing nicely. Gonna go ahead and set the autopilot already. Autopilot's on. And LNAV on, vertical speed on, and we've got speed hold on also.
611 contact Bucharest Center on 118-175. Good day.
Alright, contacting Bucharest Center,
118.
and we are on the autopilot. I'm gonna monitor it, make sure we make this right turn here, and contact Bucharest Center. If you turn the wipers off, we don't have any more snow.
611 is at 1,700 feet, climbing 7,000 feet.
And we're not making the right turn for some reason. I'm gonna set the right turn in my legs here. So can I go direct there? Let me see. Boom, and execute. There we go. So now we should be making that right turn. See if it works. And we got cleared. Continued to Oscar Mike November India. Is that our next waypoint? Maybe. Alright, autopilot's on, LNAV is on, vertical speed is on. We'll put our flaps back up here. Let the plane keep climbing, and it doesn't look like we're making a right turn, guys. I'm not too sure why. Are we doing it? No, it looks like we passed it. Alright, so we're gonna go on heading mode and make a right turn that way. Whoa, stall? Not quite sure why that's happening. Gear is up. We're not even close to a stall speed here, guys. It's weird. I'm gonna put my vertical speed down.
Romeo Alpha Oscar 8611 climb and maintain 7,200 feet.
Alright, they cleared us to 7,200 for some reason. Not sure why, but we'll set it.
KLM Romeo Alpha Oscar 8611.
Alright, so going towards our waypoint now. Gonna make sure that we intercept our line for our waypoint, so we're gonna keep turning. We got cleared to 7,200. Not really sure why we were close to stall speed. We're at like 220 knots, so that was a little weird, but anyway, keep flying. Keep flying the plane. We're not going to be going more than 250 knots here for this flight because we're going to be staying under 10,000 feet. And I'm going to put my LNAV back on. Once we intercept our line, that should turn on. If it doesn't, then we'll just have to fly it by hand, take the auto brakes off. And since this is a super short flight, we're already going to start planning our arrival. So let's see our progress page. So yeah, we're 83 miles out of our destination, guys, so it's gonna be a quick flight, and we got a tailwind helping us. Cool. Takeoff is pretty much done. I don't even know, I mean, I guess we're take their seatbelts off for a little bit. This looks like we've got just no visibility this whole flight. One thing I do want to turn on is terrain, because we're going to be flying over some terrain if I'm not mistaken. Cool, LNAV finally kicked in, so we should be turning now on our flight plan line. And let's go ahead and plan our arrival, which is going to be an ILS arrival. ILS runway 21. Cool. So first thing I want to see is the ILS frequency here, 110.1. ILS fix is IBV. Gosh, I wish I didn't have memory of a goldfish, because I already forgot. 110.1. 110. I feel like we're turning too much. Alright, I thought the plane was just crashing on me. Alright, 110.10 is set in the ILS, and let's put it active. That's set. And let's go ahead and look at our chart. So we've got waypoint Oscar, Bravo, Charlie, Alpha, Sierra. We do have a discontinuity that I'm going to take off here, so boom, discontinuity should be off. Perfect. Okay, see, that's weird. So buccal, we have to be at or above 11,000, but I mean, we're already not going to be respecting that because our cruising altitude is 7,000, so not quite sure what to do there, but we'll just listen to ATC. Let's go look at what our arrival is going to look like. Alright, so looks like we are coming here. There's our descent, and we're just going to India Bravo Victor 9.5 miles away. Yeah, so this is our waypoint at or above 4,300, and then 3,800 at 6.4. There's the 6.4 from India Bravo Victor. So we're looking at 3,800 feet there, where we should intercept our glide slope. Let's look at the side view of our arrival. So yeah, 6.4 miles away from India Bravo Victor. We should be intercepting our glide slope at 3,800 feet. And decision altitude, Cat 1 ILS is... Honestly, I don't know which one to use here. Glide slope, go around... Huh. So they're all Cat 1. We'll just go with the lowest with the lowest value here, which is 1,920. So we'll set that in our barometric minimums. 1,920. 1,920. So there we go. And we'll just make sure we know what our go-around procedure is. So go-around procedure is usually always in blue. It says heading 210 to 8 miles away from Victor Bravo Victor. Max 185 knots. Climb to 5,600. So they kind of show you here that You're flying here, max 185, and then you're coming back in for the arrival. Looks like we're baking through some clouds, but not really. We just had the no visibility flight this whole flight here. So we're already almost starting our arrival, guys, into this other Bucharest airport. ATC told us to climb and maintain 7,200, which we are currently cruising at that altitude. Let's go ahead and see where we're at. So yeah, we're going to be flying over those mountains shortly. Hopefully we're high enough, because if we're not, I cannot see. So yeah, let me see the anti-ice here. I have already engine. Yeah, that's what I want. Window. I'm gonna turn all those heats on. Alright.
Climb and maintain 9,500 foot KLM Romeo.
Yeah, so now they got me climbing to 9,500, which is to, I think, to respect the altitude restriction here. So we'll climb up there to, and it might also be for mountains, who knows? There might be a mountain right in our way there and we can't see it, but if I go ahead and zoom in, we can see that, yeah, we're coming up on some mountains here shortly. So, and we've got a nice little crosswind here. It's gonna turn into a tailwind for us once we turn. So we're climbing to 9,500 feet now on this nice little short flight from Bucharest to Bucharest. It's two airports. There's probably one that's like the city airport and one that's the outskirts airport. Well, a lot of cities have that. You know, you've got your airport in the city. I think that's London Luton, for example. I think that's the city one. Or no, isn't it called London City Airport? Something like that. Then you got Heathrow, that's a bit further out. I mean, you've got Heathrow, you've got Gatwick, you've got Luton. All those airports in London. Around London. Alright, so we made it to 9,500 here.
Captain, this is Tony. We're ready for in-flight
What's
service.
up, Tony?
Mind
Oh,
if we
that's
start?
not Tony. I mean, you could start the in-flight service, but... Oh shit, isn't there a button for me to press for the in-flight service? Turn yaw damper on. Honestly, I'm not sure which one is the in-flight service button. I know there's one. Maybe it's up here. Oh, service interphone? No. No. Dome light. I know there's a dome light button up here. Huh. I never really come up here. I don't know what those buttons do. Oh, look at that. Coming out of the clouds, I can see some... I see something that's not just darkness. Alright, so we're at 9,500 now. And currently hoping that they let us descend. I'm gonna maybe request a descent. You know what, I'll wait. We're not that bad. We're like 4,000 feet. Yeah, so 4,300 and above from our waypoint, and we're like 40 miles out, so we can wait. Put our range down, and let's see, are we already flying the mountains? Yeah, it looks like we're coming up on the highest part of the mountains, so if it's in front of me, then we're gonna run into it. But I mean, we're respecting our altitude restriction, and ATC gave us our altitude, so we should be fine. It's unfortunate that it's so cloudy. I'd love to see the clouds and the mountains of Romania. Must be some nice mountains. But nope, all we get is clouds. Honestly, I'm not sure what button to use for the in-flight entertainment. Can I go out? No, I can't. I know there's a button somewhere. Manual, electrical, window heat, wing anti-ice. All my anti-ices are on. There's a dome light up there, but then isn't there a dome light down here too? No, I guess not. Alright. So we're holding at 240 knots here. Again, we couldn't really go any lower or any faster because we're staying under 10,000 feet for the whole flight. See all the world's mountains there. So yeah, there we are, flying over the mountains. So once I get to about here, if I haven't gotten a descent clearance yet, I'll request a descent down to at least 5,000 feet, as we're coming up quickly on our arrival, our ILS arrival. Oh, look at that DME. We already have that DME ILS here set, so that's cool. I could probably set my VOR hold on, and I'll change my map to approach mode. Let's see what our final approach course is into the runway. Actually, I can just look at that on my FMC here. 210, exactly 210 on the heading. 210 on the heading. Here we go. Course is set to runway heading. Ooh, I can start to see some mountains. Look at that. Damn, we're not that high above them. Got some nice mountains. Is that ice on my windshield? Maybe it is. I turned the window heat on, so hey, who knows? So we are currently flying in, so I'm going to start slowing down as we're getting closer here. And we could even set some flaps here. Gonna set flaps to 5. Why are my flaps not working? 1, 2, 5.
Romeo Alpha Oscar 8611, you are 16 miles southeast. Climb
All right.
and maintain 10,000 feet. Expect ILS runway. Approach via Victor Bravo Victor 61, radial 1 tree, Demi arc, cleared to Victor Bravo Victor.
Romeo
Alpha Oscar 8611, you are 14 miles southeast of Lima Romeo Bravo Victor. Contact
Okay.
tower on 118. 6 tree when inbound.
Alright, I'll acknowledge the approach and just
118. 6 tree KLM Romeo Alpha Oscar 8611.
we'll contact tower and tell them we're on the
Tower
approach.
KLM Romeo Alpha Oscar 8611, 3 miles southeast, inbound ILS runway 21 approach. KLM Romeo Alpha Oscar 8611 tower. QNH 1023 cleared ILS runway 21 approach.
1023, and we got cleared to the approach, so we're gonna go ahead and descend
21 approach. KLM Romeo Alpha Oscar 8611.
4,800 feet, vertical speed on, and let's start that descent now. So we got cleared the approach. They gave us a whole big DME arc, turn, but I don't even think I'd be able to set that in. Let me see here. ILS runway 23 via, yeah, they just give me some vias. They don't give me that DME arc, but anyway, let's keep slowing down and trying to descend to our altitude of 4,800. Let me go look at my legs. Oh, it's 4,300 and above, so we'll go down to 43 here. And I'm not seeing my arc. I don't know if that's because... No, we're fine. Alright. Gonna make sure I gotta slow down now because we're coming in. It's gonna be a quick ILS approach from here, guys. We're descending fast and gonna set another notch of flaps in. Flaps 10. I think I could even go flaps 15. Yep, we can go flaps 15. We'll set that. And let's go real quick, look at our facility chart, or ground chart, I mean, for our arrival. Want to see what our runway looks like. Alright, we got 2,000 meters of runway. And where's the parking here? What the heck? Looks like it's at the end of the runway, so we pretty much just want to brake really lightly so we could go all the way to the end of the runway. We're going to arm the speed brakes. Speed brakes are armed. And we are monitoring ILS here. The thing is, you know what, I'm going to go down to 3,800 feet and maybe even lower. We're going to go down to 3,500 here. Clear the ILS approach. So we're descending, and I want to keep trying to slow down a little more. Going to set flaps down to 20 now. And we're going to turn on approach hold here so we could have the glide slope and everything. We got 2,500 feet. Going to go ahead and put our gear down. And it looks like we are at the waypoint. I hope we don't start turning already. But we are descending to 3,500 now. And we have no visibility of the mountains. Yeah, don't stall on me. I'd prefer if you didn't stall. I'd love it if you didn't stall on me here. Alright, cool. Engines just needed some smooth talking so that they could keep pushing. Alright, glide slope is in sight. We're under the glide slope. That's perfect. We should be making our right turn soon and coming in on the ILS approach. Gonna try not to stall here. Engines almost got me to stall. We're gonna go ahead and set our flaps to 30. Flaps are set to 30. That's what we set for our landing here. If I go to my reference page, we're gonna land 140 and 30. Looks like it changed on me here. Alright, beautiful. So we should be starting our left turn soon. We've got mountains ahead that we want to avoid, so hopefully we're not too low. I can see the ground. We're quite low, so if there's a mountain in our way, then so be it. You know what? We're gonna actually try to avoid these mountains now. We're gonna start turning towards our runway so that we make these not a factor. Starting our left turn, could see the Romanian countryside. Yeah, this plane just loves to stall, doesn't it? I mean, we're within our limits, so we shouldn't be stalling. Alright, cool. Heading to that waypoint, and ILS should be kicking in anytime soon here. We should get our localizer and our glide slope going. And we're landing on the runway, which is, we're landing runway 21, and we're gonna taxi all the way down. So there we go, localizer captured, turning towards the runway here. Looks like we might overshoot a little bit. We'll see. And the glide slope, we're still I'm just monitoring the ILS now, making sure we don't stall. Alright, cool. Glide slope's moving down. That's perfect.
KLM Romeo Alpha Oscar 8611 wind calm, clear to land runway 21.
Wind calm, clear to land. Let's acknowledge.
Clear to land runway 21 KLM Romeo Alpha Oscar 8611.
Alright, gears down. Speed brakes armed, auto brake is set. We're gonna roll out to the end of the runway here. And we're keeping an eye for the runway. I'm gonna turn auto throttle off. And we're gonna maintain a good speed here. And once we get a little closer to the runway, I will pull our speed down. Still got no visual of the runway whatsoever. Trying to maintain about 155 knots here on the approach. We're 1,000 feet above the ground, still no runway. I could see the ground at least to my left. Alright. Gonna get ready for the go-around procedure. We gotta climb up pretty quick to about 4,800 feet, I think it was. I should probably set that in here. Climb up to 4,800 if we need to go around. 500 feet. Oh gosh, I do not see anything. This is gonna be fun. Nice approach here. 400 feet.
300.
We're not going around, guys. We're doing this anyway. All right, runway's in sight.
100. Minimums.
Oh
50.
my God.
40. 30. 20. 10.
Oh, we saved that from being a hard landing. Hell yeah. What is this fucking runway?
8611 contact ground on 118. 6 tree.
Look at this runway. What the fuck? Alright. Told us to contact ground. I'm not even putting on reverse thrust, guys. I just wanna...
11 would like to cancel IFR.
What? I don't wanna... Fucking hell. It's not what I wanted to do. Alright, so... Oh no. What happened? Can only cancel landing intentions. I pressed the wrong freaking button. Alright. Cool, that was a freaking crazy landing, guys. There's not even any markings on this damn... Okay, we're just gonna... ignore the weather? I don't know. Apparently I can't... I pressed the wrong button, so now I have to, I don't know. I think the weather is too bad that they didn't want us to land, but we did it anyway. That was crazy.